after a couple of years. How's it feel to be back?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's the best time of the year. You know, the kids work so hard, put on the line, and it's always a little bit of a relief too, because it seems like the last month of the season is so stressful, and you're fighting for position, whether that's to host a regional, host a super regional, get in the regionals. The games are like so crucial that sometimes it's nice when you can just close the book on the regular season and you remind them, guys, everybody's 0-0 right now, so it's a fresh start, and let's get ready to play good baseball.
Decision on who's going to be starting tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, it's Patrick Forbes, you know, and I know Coach Williams is very diligent. Just wants to make sure everybody feels good. It's nice when you got options, right? And Tucker Biven is so durable. Obviously, Eberle has been thrown out there first for weekend series, so it's nice to have those type of options as we've had in the past. And so, but excited because, you know, Patrick has done a nice job. He seems to get better and better, you know, that he's been back here the last month. So I think it's a great way to start off the regional.
We talked a little bit the other day about getting Matt Klein back, and you know, is he going to be able to play, you know, back-to-back days this weekend, do you think, or you'll still be able to rotate through catchers? Is that kind of the idea?
I think I got the same question that everybody has, right? And for us, it's just take it one game at a time. You know, Matt's a professional. He's just got to be honest with me. And he got to watch those young catchers catch and do a really nice job this year. So he trusts them. And it's just like Alex with his thumb. You know, there's times Alex will come up to me where I had to take him out of the game. I think the players know that I trust them. They're tough kids. But if you don't think you can help the team, you trust your teammates, so just communicate with me. But yeah, Matt's going to catch game one, and then we just kind of go from there.
Because of his experience, especially with Patrick and some of the other pitchers, how valuable is it to get him back like that?
I just on all fronts. When it's a captain, a leader of your team, he's done a great job from the dugout. But now to get him out there on the field, you know, twofold, right? Defensively, you know, with the pitching staff, but that presence in the lineup. I'm not exactly sure where I'll put him in the lineup, but man, that as a professional, experienced hitter, and that can really stretch your lineup out, take some pressure off some other guys, and be a nice boost.
When you look at East Tennessee State, you kind of see a little bit like yourselves, like a team that's really
very
doing
physical.
Well offensively.
Yeah, really good offense. Can do a little bit of everything. They obviously hit the long ball. They steal bases. You know, the good news, I think, at least I'm optimistic. We've played good against, you know, the good teams. We've played our best against the best teams. So hopefully that holds true in this regional. And we got a lot of respect for them. So, you know, our focus is all on ETSU. What we know is we'll play ETSU and we'll play one other team in this regional, and then, you know, we'll worry about that after the ETSU game.
How hard is it right now at this time of the year, just in college baseball in general, when you're trying to balance what you're doing with this club right now, and there's portal stuff going on? There's just so much flying around. How hard is it to balance your own roster plus prepare for the rosters in the future?
Yeah, it's just, I guess there's always a lot of unknown. You just don't know. You don't know what every kid, every family, every agent's thinking. So you just got to be open, optimistic. You got to be honest with kids where they are. And I'm not anti-transfer portal. I think it's really good for some kids. I think it's a great opportunity for kids to get to a spot where it's best for them. But you just never know, you know. So like anything else, you just work hard, you communicate, you love on your players, and hope for the best, and when the season ends, you'll close the book and get to that planning for the future right away.
Speaking of close the book, does it kind of feel nice to close the book on the regular season and start fresh, like you said, 0-0, and just hit the reset button over the last 10 days for you guys and just come out with a, you know, maybe even almost like a renewed sense of energy?
No doubt. I mean, those are the cards we've been dealt. That's the hand that we dealt ourselves, right? Like, so you make the most of it, and good or bad, I've got experience. We've got experience exiting a conference tournament earlier than we would have liked, but we benefited from that physically, mentally, and I really like our preparation to this point. So, great weekend of scrimmages, great week and a half of practicing, and looking forward to going out and competing against somebody else.
You mentioned Alex and his thumb. How is he feeling with that thumb?
Again, like Matt Klein, you know, you just take it game to game, and such a tough kid, and we're going to start with him. But fortunately, we've had Byram Hott and Tanner Shiver step up. So just like the catchers stepped up in Matt's absence, we got capable infielders that are going to do the same.
What do you think's the main key for you guys to have a successful weekend down here?
We try to preach postseason baseball all year. You try to play postseason baseball all year. It's not as easy as it sounds, but it's always three factors. It's controlling the strike zone, making guys beat you with their bats. It's really playing good defense. If you can make routine plays at a consistent basis and make a few great plays, that combination keeps runs from being scored. And then when you say be offensive or you say get timely hits, it's usually a 2-out hit. Like, who can get that 2-out hit?
Came to Louisville before. Now you guys have an opportunity to chase a dream in Omaha.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and we are really excited. Coach asked us the other day, raise your hand if you've been in the playoffs, and nobody raised their hand. So it's a great opportunity for all of us to be able to go out here and show off our talent in the playoffs.
Do you feel a little comfort, being in this venue that Louisville plays in every other year?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it really would matter where we win, but it's definitely a little bit more valuable that we have guys that play here know the field a little bit more. So yeah, it's definitely an advantage of being in the venue.
Does it feel nice to get a little bit of a reset this weekend and just kind of be able to flush out, any kind of bad feelings you had about the close of the season if it didn't go the way you wanted, obviously, but and I don't mean individually, just for the team in general.
Yeah, for sure. I think everything happens for a reason, and that was just meant to be at the time. I believe we needed, like you said, a reset. I think we needed to clear our minds, take some days off, reset the bodies, and come back fresh.
When you look at East Tennessee State, do you see a little bit about yourselves? I mean, with the way they're swinging the bat and some of the home runs they've been hitting?
Honestly, I haven't seen nothing on East Tennessee State. I know I heard the other day that they're good hitters and stuff like that, so kudos to them. Obviously, they're a good team, or else they wouldn't be in the playoffs right now. So definitely big kudos to them, and we'll see how they play tomorrow.
Pretty excited for, your first time being in the postseason and just like with this specific group of guys. I know it's been a pretty close-knit group all year long, and just to get to take the road trip, it's not far, just a bus trip, and just kind of be with these dudes this weekend and play some ball.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely very excited that I had the opportunity at this time of year that I didn't have last year to continue playing with this group of guys. We got a great group, and we said earlier in the year, like, this will be our last time playing with this team. We'll only have this team for this year. So I'm definitely happy to be with this team, play another weekend with them. And that's honestly our goal, just see how far we can go playing with each other for the rest of the season.
Getting Matt Klein back, how nice is that for the lineup?
Yeah, it's definitely a great comfort. I believe guys stepped up really well while he was gone, did what they had to do, and we're definitely glad to bring him back with open arms. Glad to have him back in the lineup. He has a great barrel, great eyesight. There's no holes in his swing to me, so he really frees up our lineup, frees up some of the guys in our lineup, and he's just a great leader on the field as well behind the dish. So very happy to have him back.
Take some, really high wall out there in left where you play. Take some balls off the wall, just kind of get a comfort, get a feeling of kind of how that might play over the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely talked about the bounces off the wall, who needs to be where, how the backups need to be. We're trying to get every out, so I'll definitely be going up against the close balls against the wall and adjust if I need to. But we definitely have talked it over, communicated on the backups, and I think we're ready to go.
Had a nice catch along the wall during practice here, so a little bit of comfort it seems like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to try, got to see how far you can go. That was testing limits. They got a little dip on their foul line, so it was good to feel that out. But yeah, we'll see how it all plays out tomorrow.
Season time, what's it feel like to be in the postseason days?
And the vibes are high. It's the first one for a lot of these guys on the team. But we're ready. We've been prepared all year for this. It's time to go.
After kind of a bumpy end of the regular season, you guys came home. Dan was talking, you went straight to the Omaha room, talked about stuff, and and went out and practiced. What was those last few days like before you came down here?
They were intense focus. You know, he talked about how there's been a track record of teams who have been bounced over from the conference tournament and done well. You know, we got a lot of time to practice, a lot of time to get right and correct some things, and we feel ready to go.
What's the focus like as you guys try to switch gears? I mean, a little heightened almost. I mean, you would think like there's no lack of focus coming into this weekend, I would say.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all or nothing now. You know, this is our season on the line. We know what's at stake. Just got to go out and conquer it, and we can do that.
This is a place where Louisville's got some history. They come down every other year. This is your first trip down here with the Cardinals, but as a whole, what's the vibe with the team? I mean, it's a rival's place, but you guys have to wait to play.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, we're playing here at Vanderbilt. Always a good rivalry team. You know, we don't got them right now. We got East Tennessee folks on the docket. Take care of business with them, see what Vanderbilt does, see what Wright State does, and you know, we got to beat all these teams to get out of here. So whatever we got, we're gonna beat them. So
obviously, these are the type of moments that I'm sure you came here for, right? I mean, to play in these big games. We've talked about that a little bit. Like, how excited are you to get this opportunity? With not just for yourself, but with this group.
Yeah, it's a dream come true, and my goal from the beginning was try to help this team win. And now we have an opportunity to do that. We have an opportunity to win a national championship, something that we set out to do at the beginning of the year. So, it doesn't get much better than this.
When you look at East Tennessee State, what do you see in them? Do you see a little bit about yourselves with their power and some of the things that they do offensively?
Yeah, they're a good offensive team. They've dominated this year. They've had a great year. We like our odds against anybody. We're going to treat them with the same respect we have for every other team in this country, and we're just going to try to go take care of business.
Is it nice to get a little bit of to feel like it's kind of a reset, all right, we can just kind of flush whatever happened and it's basically a brand new start this weekend?
Absolutely. This season, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, the regular season, but it doesn't matter. Everybody's 0-0 right now. Just got to win out, and hopefully we don't lose too. So.